But you see, I believe that they will wake up to this. I have enormous faith in the human family, enormous faith in the human consciousness for us to get out of this pickle that we're finding ourselves in. And it is definitely a bit of a pickle, but it's nothing to be feared, folks. Like I said earlier, it is a great opportunity for us to actually stand up and start acting like human beings and to take the matter in hand ourselves, because no one else is going to do it. It's up to us to do it. And it is a wonderful opportunity. We need to embrace such opportunities, because such opportunities is how humankind evolves into better societies. It's how it's happened all the way through history. Tyrants never win, and they've just been trying to formulate a plan that we can't fight against. But we can fight against it. We can fight against it in a peaceful manner. The only thing that makes people think they can't is television. Television and some of the additives and toxins that they put in your food and your water to make you a little bit more docile and to make it so you're not thinking that clearly. But a lot of it is television. Television is very, very good at taking people's power away from them. So turn off your television, folks. It's a tool for mind sucking, is basically all it is. It feeds you disinformation. It disempowers you. It gives you a completely false perception of reality. And it makes you believe whatever the government wants you to believe. And you never really take the time to look around you and to find out the reality of the world, because it's all there on television. And that's what people tend to take as the gospel these days. They just see it, oh, it was on TV, so it must be true. But of course, nothing on TV is true, not one word of it, so I wouldn't bother watching it at all, really, unless you might want to turn it on once every week or two just to keep track of what sort of disinformation is being fed to the sheeple. That's about as much as I watch TV, but I mean, I don't even really watch it that much. I mean, I'm lucky if I turn the thing on once every 2 months, honestly. I just don't watch it at all. I find it about as exciting as watching paint dry. Well, I think it's time for a break, so we will have a break, and so I will talk to you a little bit further when we get back in a few minutes. And welcome back, folks. Now, like I said a little bit earlier, as I've said on many occasions, as I've said in the new film, it is very important that people do act upon this information that they get. It's all very well to investigate all of the things that we do on these programs and to investigate all the documentaries that are put out there by people. It's all very well to look at all of these things, but it means very little if we do not act upon the information. And the best way to act, of course, is to spread the word amongst other people. Really, one of the most important things is to try to get people to turn off their televisions. Understand that, and I said this in the new film, that we need to see the reality that we have been collectively taught as entire societies to simply ignore everything around us and to focus all of our attentions on the collecting of money. That's what we do. We just collect money. It seems that we think that the more of this stuff we get, the better we're going to be. And if we collect enough of it, well, when we die, the one who had the most wins. And we got some sort of a weird perspective on life that we think this is actually the meaning of life. You know, the one with the most stuff, the one with the most money, the one with the most trinkets wins the game. But it's not like that at all. That's not what the game's all about. But we've been convinced by television that these sort of pursuits are quite literally the meaning of life for us. And the people who are in control understand this. They know how to play this to a T. They absolutely do. They know how to control the emotions and beliefs of the people. And they know that if you control the emotions and beliefs of the people, then you can create the reality that you want. And this is how they use our energy. They use our energy to create the reality that they want. And the true key to addressing that type of a situation is to understand your power and to understand the nature of energy. It really is. It truly is how it works. I also said in the film that the situation we're facing today has occurred simply because people are unaware of the facts. And the reason people are unaware of the facts is, of course, because the information that people get comes directly from the television or the newspapers, and these are controlled by 6 people. All of our mainstream media is controlled by only 6 corporations, which as I said earlier, I think is actually now down to 4. But these corporations and these news medias do not give people all of the information in any field, any matter. They just give you a dramatized story on the news. They're into selling drama and making stuff marketable and making stuff presentable. They just don't give you the facts on any issue at all. And they tell you things are the way they are without even leaving matters open for debate. Most of the time what they're talking about is speculation or pure propaganda. And what is needed is for people to wake up to this. People need to wake up and they need to understand how this works, and they need to let others know how it works. It really is important that you do this, and you should not be afraid in doing so. You've really got to put the fear away. You've got to understand the power that you've got and understand that this awareness of how things are run is growing among the people. It's growing every day. More and more people are waking up all the time. And the awakening that is occurring is far more powerful than the system that is in place to control the people. And people who are waking up are spreading the word, which is a really, really good thing that they are, because it truly is potentially the most important situation that we've ever faced. Humanity is in a very, very precarious situation at the moment. And it's important for people to realize this, and it's important for people to understand how easy it is to deal with it, because we're seeing it now because it's a turning point. It's absolutely a turning point in history, and the veil of secrecy that has always surrounded the system is being lifted, and people just have to understand that what we have to do to address it is to look after each other and not the system. It really is. We don't need to police ourselves and protect this system that controls us. We need to realize our potential as human beings and forget what we perceive to be restraints and limitations that have been put upon us by institutionalized teachings. We really do need to see this. We need to look at the entire spectrum, stand back and take in the bigger picture, see how this thing works, and see how easily it's controlled, see how easily our thoughts and our emotions and our beliefs are manipulated. Realize that there really is no division amongst any of the people. It doesn't matter where you're from, it doesn't matter what your beliefs are, it doesn't matter what color your skin, it doesn't matter what your religious persuasion. None of it makes any difference at all, because ultimately we're all people and we're all one. That's it. That is the reality of the situation. And what's happening with this global plutocracy that is being set up, this one world government, one world bank, one world monetary system, and one world army, this is a situation that affects every person on earth. So there's no point us sitting here arguing amongst ourselves about different aspects of religion or different colors of people's skins. All of these things, these have all been contrived simply to divide and conquer. That's what you do. You divide the people, and then you put the system in place that you want to put in place to control the people. That's how it works. And we need to realize this. We need to understand how it works, and we need to all stand together and address the root cause of the problem. That's what it's all about, because this is what they fear more than anything. The fear that we will wake up to the fact that the ones that we've been waiting for all this time are ourselves. The fact that we may embrace our power and unite as one human family, because this is their greatest fear, the fear of a united humanity, because they know that if humanity was ever to unite as one global family and appreciate each other and understand our connections to each other, then the entire system of control that they've put in place for us would simply collapse. It would fall down like a house of cards. This is the biggest fear of the elite, that we will understand the power that we have. So this is what you need to look at. This is how you need to approach people. It's how you need to approach all of your neighbors. It's how you need to approach anybody. You need to understand that there truly is no division among the people. Not anywhere. It makes no difference who you are or where you are from. There is no division. We are people on one planet, and we all should start appreciating each other, and we should start working together to create a better world and a better life for all of us. And this is not going to be done by following government rules and government laws. The government doesn't care about you. They care about themselves.